What is up, Fro Gang? Welcome back to another video. Today I have something a little bit different for you guys. I generally post tournament or gameplay pickleball content on here, but I have had many of you ask exactly how I set up my paddle for tournaments. So today we have a step-by-step video of exactly how I do so. And just in general, I also want to cover why I've been going with the Waves 1 carbon paddle for so long and why I love it so much. And why I think personally it is the most underrated paddle out there right now. So as you're seeing right now, this is everything that you're going to need. I use the carbon true foam Waves 1. Then we got the scale to figure out the amount of weight that we need. We have edge guard, and this will be a pretty important part of my setup, and you guys will understand later on here. And the Ultra Attack grip by Carbon. Everything that you are seeing on the screen you can get for 10% off if you use code FRO at checkout. I usually recommend buy things in bundles because it does take 10% off of your entire order. Now the first thing I do is I actually like to take this rubber off. I don't really like playing with it. I like the feeling of the handle, and I feel like the rubber is just in the way and kind of messes with my feel of the paddle, especially for my two-handed backhands. So we get rid of that, and the first thing I do is obviously measure the paddle for the ounces that we got it at stock. Now this is a brand new paddle and it came at 7.94 ounces, which is a pretty good weight in my opinion. I think it becomes very customizable. I also want to mention the reason that this video is long overdue is because for the longest time I added zero weight to the paddle because I like the way that it's felt. The most I've ever done is add edge guard obviously all the way around, as it does make the paddle quite heavier, which will be part of this setup that you're seeing today. The reason that I decided to add some weights because I've been doing a lot more doubles lately and also working on my soft game, and I feel like the weights just kind of add a little bit of momentum to the paddle as I swing, because I tend to miss the ball more to the net, so I feel like that little extra edge is very necessary. I like tackier grips. You guys can get the dry ones as well. They got the medium tack as well. I know a lot of people like those. This is obviously preference. For me personally, I like the sticky. My hands do sweat a lot, but I also change my grip quite a bit, so it really hasn't been an issue for me. As I put this grip on, let me just quickly talk about why I love this paddle so freaking much. Now obviously the technology on the inside of this paddle makes it to where it feels the closest to a tennis racket, and you guys know me, I'm a big singles guy, so this is absolutely huge for me. The dwell time is absolutely amazing. I love the way it pockets the ball. I feel like I have a lot of control, even though I still feel like this paddle leans very close to the control side, but the setup makes it feel heavier and definitely adds a little bit of power. Now as I finish up the grip, let me talk about how nerdy I really am. I actually do care about the weight that the grip itself adds, so you're gonna see me weigh my paddle right here after I finish up this grip, and as you're seeing, we're looking at 8.12 ounces. You see that it actually adds quite a little bit of weight, not a lot, but obviously does add some weight. Next thing I'm going to do is weigh the lead tape. Now this lead tape is beat up. I've had it on a previous paddle and I just ripped it right off, and I'm waiting for my new ones to come in, but I can't really wait. Gotta practice, gotta get this paddle used. You see that it's at 0.235 ounces. I'm going to cut it in half as I'm going to be splitting this into two different parts. Putting them on the top of the paddle, I like to put my paddles at 8.4 ounces, or at least in that ballpark, and this is where the edge guard comes in as well. I got this edge guard from Carbon as well. I like to make sure that the weight combined with the weight on the edge guard, the edge guard is really there to just keep that lead tape on there without it falling off, since it's kind of lost its stickiness. And yeah, you'll see that I'm pretty specific about how much this weighs, but let's go ahead and just skip to the part where I put them to the place that I put them, because I know that's really what you guys are here for. All right, so I like to place my lead tape to the corner of each side towards the head, because personally, coming from a tennis background, I like the feeling of the paddle being head heavy, so just that little bit of weight is all that I need. I don't really like my paddles on the heavier side. I know there's pros out there that like to put their paddles up to 9 ounces, and I think that is just a little bit too much. It also could be because, you know, I take huge swings and rely on a lot of power, but I'm trying to find some control, and so these weights also kind of help with the softer game, as I talked about earlier. I ended up cutting some off just because it was a little heavier, because I was trying to accommodate for the fact that I'm still having to put the tape on, the edge guard tape, but then I realized that it was actually just about the perfect amount, and ended up just slapping the little pieces that I cut off on top right here, and I obviously covered it with the edge guard tape as you're seeing right here. That right there is my paddle setup. Very short video for you guys. I do have a video that I was planning on posting today, but it's taking very long to edit. Want to make sure it's good quality. Likely we have it posted on Sunday because I don't have any tournament content to post this weekend, but I will have a very entertaining and fun video for you guys where I went into open play and challenged a bunch of players over at the Ace facility that I work at. Let me know your opinions on this setup and what you personally have set up with your personal paddle. I'm excited. I've been drilling with this quite a bit and I love how it feels. Tucson, Arizona is coming up next week where I'm playing the PPA Challenger, so I can't wait to show you how I do, and obviously I still don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know you've been asking for it. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed this kind of content, or if I should be posting it over on my second channel, which I will leave linked down below. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Throw out.